So today I want to close the series on Lord of the Rings and Tolkien books. So there is the books on weapons and warfare. That is pretty cool for weapon design, and it also goes over battle preparation. So there is some sketches about the plans of the armies to go to battle. There's some nice illustrations, photos of the movies. So it's a good reference for weapon and armor design for fantasy, classic medieval fantasy, or just medieval storytelling. It talks about some famous weapons of the Lord of the Ring lore. The famous encounter of Isildur cutting the finger of Sauron. So there is lore about several places where battle happened, and those battles, who fought, what weapon they used. So we have the elves here. Kind of look like a Dark Souls 1 Anor Londo Knights. Kind of elegant weapon design. And we have also famous characters and their equipment. The Numenorians. So what kind of equipment they had. A beautiful sword. So we have the orcs. So we have some sketches too. Models, orcs of the Second Age. So it was like back then. So here we have the battle plan for the last alliance battle. Could Would be cool to have a Total War Lord of the Ring game. Weather top. So the Nazgul, hobbits, short swords, kind of like knives. See their clothing is very light, no armor. So it's really cool book for ideas about armors, to get a sense of how to design believable armor, the clothes and the equipment, the details. The book of Mazarbul was recovered from Balin's tomb. So some details I think kind of forget. Moria. Balin's tomb. So there's a lot of lore, and that make me wish a new Lord of the Ring game. The Hogwarts Legacy studio, I think they could do a very good Lord of the Ring game. Trilogy maybe. But they are busy with Harry Potter. But maybe someday later. So we have some shields design of the dwarves, very square shapes, angular shapes. So Gimli, the troll. The orcs of Moria. It's kind of like a half goblin, half orcs. Yeah, subterranean environment caused the orcs' appearance to change over the centuries. So some nasty rusted weapon from the orcs. Short bow. Damn, fishing spear kind of. The shields also spiky. Can be used as weapon. So we have a typical orc here. Equipment, helmet. And Gandalf now, very different. Glamdring. His staff. Balrog. Even the Balrog has weapons. So the Mines of Moria Plain. See, that's cool. We have the so for game design or for storytelling, when you want to tell your story, you can use this kind of sketch to know what the layout and what's gonna happen. It's fun. You can try tell a short story, even just about one dungeon, and you design the dungeon and what's going on there. You can make short stories like that, and it can be recycled in longer stories later. So Rohan, so we have some buildings, and here the wild man of the land. So there's also a lot of text, but it's a lot of lore. It's very interesting too. So the text talks about the battle, what happens, and it goes over the sequences of the battles. So there is about the smith, orcs, smithing, elf smithing, man smithing. So we have Rohan, the Rohirrim, like the recent anime. Horses, people. Also cool for design of horses. The equipment of horses also interesting to learn. So the King Theoden's armor, his banner, Eomer. That's a cool design, Eomer. Eowyn. So Legolas, his equipment. Like a ranger class. Elves of Lothlorien. Fancy bows and fancy sword. Urukai. So we see the design, we recognize the design of the weapons for the Urukai. So there is a clear identity for each people and their culture, their refinement and so on. So we have some berserkers. Yeah, no armor. Helm's Deep battle plan. Yeah, so we have the whole here we have a detail of the Helm's Deep. Saruman. So we have Isengard here. The library. Ranger was Ithilien. So we have the armors of Gondor, longbow, shield, Denethor's sword and shield, ring staff, Boromir. They really did a real craft masterworks for these movies. Orcs of Mordor. Looks like half made of skin and flesh and fur and yeah. Nazgul. I didn't remember this. Nazgul like this. So Nazgul equipment. Look like Artorias of the Abyss a little bit. Siege towers. Trolls. Easterlings. Battle of the Pelennor Fields. A lot of horses. Hara Dream. Mumakil. Elephant. Corsair ship. Corsairs of Umbar. There's a lot of variety of people. Dead Men of Dun Arrow. The Army of the Dead. Siege of Gondor. Battle of the Pelennor Fields. Battle Plan. Black Gate of Mordor. The Mouth of Sauron. Sea for the Horse. We have Aragorn. His weapons. Hunting knife. Anduril. We have basic clothes. Chainmail. Shoulder pads. Something to look good on top. And yet another, maybe leather. They kind of protect. Not perfect, but Sauron. And the ring. That's it.